Wow guys, this is like a little baby brother to the 892 BT that MUCAR sells. All packed into this little device. Well, let's see what this thing can do. So guys, today we're going to be reviewing this MUCAR BT200 MAX Bluetooth scan tool that MUCAR sent me, and we'll see if it's really worth it. I already have the larger version, which is their 892 BT scan tool. This thing works great. I've not had any issues with it. Very useful. I purchased this one on my own. They sent me this one to try out, and I really want to see what the differences are. The nice thing about it is super portable. Comes with a little case, as you can see. Let's see how good this thing really is. So there's not really much that comes in this box here. Pretty tight little packaging. You can see it has a little carrying case here. It's got this little quick start guide. You just scan this little QR code on your phone, and that should get you started. We'll open up this little case here, and that's it. It's just a little Bluetooth dongle, but I like the case. That's kind of nice. You can just throw it in your car. Very convenient, portable. Let's go ahead and scan the QR code, and we'll get everything loaded up. So guys, we're just gonna scan this QR code. It looks like it's just a $fix app. We'll go ahead and install this. Once we get the app loaded, we're gonna go ahead and go into the app here, and we're gonna add vehicles, and it looks like it's gonna require you to log in. So we'll go ahead and log in. So once we get logged in here, we're just gonna click activate device. And then this is where it's gonna ask for your serial number and activation code. And they are with the main instructions that came with the device. So I'm just gonna go ahead and scan this QR code up here in the top, and should activate it. So once activated, you'll see it says binding successful, and we'll go ahead and download the software. So on this next screen, it looks like it wants you to download which car you're going to be working on. It doesn't have a download all option. I know on the bigger version, the full-blown scanner, it'll let me just download them all at once. I don't see a download all. Maybe this is just to save some space. I'm not sure. I'm going to choose American because I'm going to be plugging this into a Ford. So then I'm just going to choose Ford here, and we'll download the software for the Ford. Now all the software should be downloaded, so we're going to plug it into the car here. We have a 2016 Ford Escape, and this one's pretty easy to get to the ODB2 port. It's just right behind this panel here. We're gonna go ahead and plug this guy in. Oh, make sure it's got a good connection. It does light up when it's plugged in. And we'll go ahead and put it in accessory mode here. So back in the app here, we're gonna do, let's see, OBD scan. Let's click on that. It says device not detected. Let's go ahead and connect the device. Bluetooth connected, vehicle communicating. Does have serial number shown. It says pre-scanning your vehicle. OBD check fault 1. I don't know what that means. Let's click on that. Okay, so these are like pending DTCs. And this does match with what the bigger scan tool showed me. I have a P0299 turbocharger under boost condition. That I'm aware of. It's been like that for a little while. It's really just a wastegate valve that's leaking a little bit. Probably will eventually need a new turbocharger, but I'm glad to see that that came up, because that was the code that came up in the bigger 892 scan tool that they make as well. Let me click reports here. Okay, so it looks like it's a whole report out here. Shows you all the different things that showed up in there. You can generate a PDF. That's kind of nice. You can do an AI analysis of the diagnosis report. Let's click on that and see what it'll do here. So yeah, it's just using an AI engine. It's just looking up that P0299 code, just telling some likely causes, you know, obviously turbocharger issues, some things that you could probably check. It's really not any substitute for understanding what these codes really mean and how the engine works. It is a nice little tool built right in that can give you some helpful information if you need it. Let's go into enhanced diagnostics here. Let's see what that takes us to. Let's do a VIN scan. Okay, so it did come up with the right car. Escape Titanium, year 2016. Let's hit confirm on that. Set ignition switch to on position. We are already in the on position, so I'm going to hit confirm. It says loading vehicle data. Please wait. And now it looks like we have the main menu here in the vehicle diagnosis section here. So let's click on health report here. We're going to run down through all the different modules. It looks like it's scanning all the modules at once here. And you can kind of see some of them have no fault code listed already. So let's see if we have any current fault codes. Okay, scanning down through the list here, no fault codes, no fault codes. Yeah, no fault codes at all currently on this car. And that's to be expected. I scanned it with, like I said, the other tool and nothing came up, just a stored fault code and nothing active right now though. So that's a good sign. You do have an option down here to clear any fault codes. You could click on that and it would clear all system fault codes from memory at the same time. So that's good. That's easy to get to. Let's see if we can go into some of these modules here. Let's go into the HVAC. No fault codes, but let's click into this module, see what it does. So we have module information. Doesn't really tell us a whole lot. Just some basic codes that don't make much sense to the average person. You can read any fault codes. Looks like there's some self-tests. You can read any from the memory, any DTCs that there might be. Let's see, we can clear the memory. Let's read the data stream. I'm curious what's in here. Oh, okay, so we have a bunch of different data streams. Looks like they're all related to the HVAC system. Interesting. So can I see one of these data streams? Let's go into blower motor speed percentage. That's a good one. Let's hit confirm here. And yeah, it's showing 32.94% right now. I do have the fan on. Let's see if I turn it up, what happens. So I do have it turned up to max. It's saying 69.8, so not entirely accurate, but it did change the percentage. So I do know that it's functioning. I'm curious what actuation tests there are in here. Okay, so we have some blend door tests, and those would be good. Or I can just do the blower motor speed. So this would be interesting to see what it does. So let's do this activation test. Oh, it looks like I can trigger and turn it up from the interface here. So I have it set to 20, there's 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 doesn't really change anything. And 100 actually shuts it completely off for whatever reason. But you can activate and show that, you know, it's actually functioning, so that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and turn this all the way back down. Let's back out of this screen here. Let's do a left blend door position. So it says it's currently in cold. Let's see if we can rotate it to hot. Oh, it says out of range. Let's try warm. Looks like it kicked me out. Let's go to warm. Okay, so that blend door, you can't hear it, but I did hear it adjust a little bit. So that test actually worked pretty good. We'll go back to the main thing here. Maintenance functions. Let's do battery matching. I'm curious what some of these maintenance functions are here. So I clicked on battery matching here. Let's go. It's going to ask you for Ford. Escape. This is the 2.0 liter turbocharged, 14 to 18. Ignition is on. Okay, so this is a BMS reset. So this is where you would go in if you change the battery itself. This is where you'd go in and reset the battery monitoring system in the car itself. So I did recently change the battery, so it's not going to hurt. I'm just going to hit confirm, see what it says. It resets the battery monitoring system. If the battery's replaced, do you wish to continue? I'm going to click no because I've already done this once. But it is pretty nice that it actually has this functionality right in here. That was aborted, so very interesting that you can go in and do some of these special functions right from within this app here. There's some other ones, ABS bleeding, oil maintenance reset. So that's all within the maintenance function. So a little bit different navigation to get to some of those functions, more advanced functions. I know in the bigger scan tools, it was kind of easier, more intuitive, but it is all here. It's just a little bit different navigation. So guys, I touched on this, but I did figure out how to actually graph the data. So let me pull up the menu again. If you go into, I'm just going to go straight into system selection. It's a quick way to get in there. And we'll go back into the HVAC again. And then we're going to go to read data stream. And here's where you get to pick your multiple data streams you want to see. So I'm going to go blower motor, and we'll just do a discharge air temperature. And we'll confirm that. And then here you can see both those data streams as far as the values are concerned. But like if I click into the blower motor speed itself, then you can actually see the graph for that blower motor speed motor. You know, you can see it's at 30% right now. And you know, if I increase it, you should see the graph go up here. There, I increased it a little bit. You can see how the graph went up for that blower motor speed. The only thing you can't do though is you can't put multiple graphing points on the same screen. And that's kind of a bummer because it is good for certain engine values to see both of those data streams. You can click into them, but it would have been nice to see both of them together. And that's something you can do on the larger scan tool. But overall, again, the data is there. The navigation is definitely a little different, something to get used to, but it's pretty responsive. So not too bad. I mean, the overall value of this device is actually pretty nice, especially with the free lifetime updates. So the software, any updates to it, any new vehicle updates, Those are all downloadable for free. That's a great feature, especially at the price point. It's a really good price point. You can keep this in your car with you. You can travel, and having a peace of mind that if you do have a check engine light come up, you can immediately plug in the device and read the codes and help you kind of troubleshoot the issue. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little overview of the MUCAR BT200 MAX. This thing is a pretty cool little device. Under 100 bucks, go get yourself one. Link is in the description. You can throw it in your tool bag, you can throw it in your pocket, you can throw it in your glove box and take it with you on vacation. It's always nice to have something like this handy where if that check engine light comes on or you notice anything running odd, plug this thing in and it's going to point you in the right direction. Comes with a great case, very handy. You know, will this replace my bigger, larger scan tool? It's not really made for that. I think it's really just another tool in your toolbox. You know, my bigger scan tool is going to stay in my garage, and that's a good spot because that's where I do a majority of my work. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. And until the next one, take care.